All right, welcome everybody. I'm here today with my guest, the Mr. Transaction Engineer, Eddie Raymond. Today we're gonna be talking about how can you buy a house with no bank, with no credit. You'll never need to go to a bank again to try to get a mortgage. He's just gonna tell you everything you need to do to, get you a property. A lot of people think the traditional way is to go to the bank or you have to have a lot of money. So we're gonna dispel those myths today. Eddie, go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Tell us who you are, how long you've been in the business, and what got you started in real estate.
Okay, thank you, Kito. My name is Eddie Raymond, aka Mr. Transaction Engineer. I started investing in real estate, guys, back in 2004. I was driving the forklift, guys, making I think $10 or $12 an hour. It's been so long, I can't even remember. Thank God. But I was making 10 or 12 bucks an hour, man, and I was just tired, man, of making that little money, man. I was tired of making that little money. It was just so frustrating.
Right.
And then, I ended up going to my first seminar. And at the seminar, guys, I was so hungry for a change. Actually, I had to quit my job because I was working for a temporary service. And they wouldn't give me no more days off. I was like, because the seminar was, let me see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I needed to take those days off. And my boss was like, nope, not today. I had to make a tough decision. I had 3 kids at the time, and it was a tough decision. But, I had to say, is this going to be my life? Or am I going to take a chance and bet on myself on something completely new and just go give it all I got? And so I had to bet on myself. My mom paid for my first seminar. It was like $5,000.
You say your mom paid for it?
Yeah, my mom paid for it. She refinanced the house. The same house we still got today in East Atlanta, man. She paid $40,000 for it. Now that house worth about $380 or something, man.
And she trusted you enough to refine put the house up on it, huh?
She put the house on Junior. She put the house on Junior and got paid, baby.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah, my mom, she was the first person to take my calls. Like when I was doing postcards for sellers, my mom used to answer all the calls. She used to get cussed out. She didn't care, man. She handled it like a G, and I never forget that because she helped me start off everything. So
I know, man. Shout out to the moms, man, who look out.
Right. So what got you into? So that's what got you into the real estate part. So how long have you been into real estate?
Been into real estate now about 17 years.
Okay.
So I started in 2004. First deal was actually a subject to deal.
Oh, really?
First deal was a subject to deal. And that's like one of the hardest part of real estate that you really think like, man, somebody really gonna deed their house over to me. I mean, like when I first heard about it, they sent the material when we signed up for the seminar. They sent the material early. I started marketing. So guys, I was so hungry because I knew I couldn't keep driving forklifts, man. I couldn't do it. I'm telling you. So
now, was that a course for just wholesaling or was just everything?
Everything, man. It was called a Millionaire Maker.
Oh, gotcha.
I was blessed to go to that one, man. It was called a Millionaire Maker. And they taught you how to wholesale. They taught you how to do subject twos. They taught you how to do short sales, and lease options and options. Man, it was so many strategies, man. It was like mind-boggling for 4 days, man, 10 hours a day.
Gotcha.
But I brought my deal. Well, I brought a couple of deals. They called 2 people. One of them picked up. It was the lady worked for the IRS. So she was an IRS auditor. She worked for the IRS. And she wasn't behind on payments, but she just got married and they had 2 properties. She had a smaller house and so she wanted to get rid of it. So the only thing I had to give her was $2,000. And so my mentor called on the stage, closed her out, and all I had to do is go back and fax in the contract. That's what made me start doing that subject transfer class too. Because my mentor, I see how valuable that was for my mentor to call somebody on the stage in front of me and close them out. So that made me come up with that master class to teach people how to close out, closing deals out.
So the most people I talk to with my channel is they usually just know how to do. I teach more of wholesaling, but you mentioned subject to. Can you kind of break down what subject to is? And that's what we're really going to focus on today, is talking about subject to. So can you break that down briefly?
So a subject to, guys, is when you buy a property from a seller, the mortgage stay in the seller name, and the title transfer over to your entity name. So the loan stay in the original seller name, the deed or the title to the property transfer over to your name. And you own the property. And I do highly advise always close the subject to out with an attorney. And all attorneys are not the same, guys.
Right.
So you have to call around and find the right one that knows how to handle a subject to. That's very important, because you got some attorneys say, oh, I don't do that crap. So find a good attorney, a real estate investor friendly attorney, and you can just put that in Google, and you can call up a couple of them. Hey, do you do subject to transactions? You'll find you one. The easiest way to buy the house, guys, you don't have to go down to the bank. Guys, if you try to get a loan today, guys, it takes so much to buy a house. They almost want your DNA. I'm telling you.
Especially as an entrepreneur, it's hard to show proof of income. So I mean, this is a great strategy to have for not just investing, but for yourself also.
Heck yeah, guys. You should, man, every house I done bought and lived in has been creative in the last 17 years. I went to the bank one time in 17 years and bought a house. One time, man. So, guys, and I done bought several, over 1,000.
Now, what would make somebody want to sell you a house subject to? What would make somebody want to give you the deed to their house while they still are technically responsible for the debt?
Well, it all depends on the motivation, guys. Somebody could have like a payment motivation where they got a vacant house and they constantly making payments on it. The house may need a little repairs. They don't have the money to fix it, but the house is vacant. They need to get rid of it. So that's just an option that you'll pitch to them. If they, decide to go with it, then you got a deal. But usually, the more motivation, the more likely a person to sell to you subject to, such as, if they filed bankruptcy before, if they're behind on mortgage payments, if it's a probate situation, if it's a divorce situation. So any problems, guys, usually those are the subject twos. We're problem solvers, we look to come and solve the people problem. The homeowner have a problem, we're here to solve it. That's why that why are you selling is so important. That's like one of the best questions, and the number one question you want to ask on your property information sheet. Why are you selling? Because that why will tell you how fast you're gonna be able to buy that house or not.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And it's all about motivation. I stress it so much that you the only way that you're going to win this business is to have a motivated seller. Like I said, it's a lot of things that can motivate people. I was just telling you earlier that I have someone that was in the military, and the house is a pretty house. It's not in bad shape. They're just tired of it, and they're living out of state, so they want to get rid of it. Numbers are kind of too tight for a wholesale deal, because we should be at least 70% of the ARV value. So that's another way to keep your deals going. So if you're doing wholesaling and you have a lot of deals where people want retail or the numbers don't work, then this is another tool that you can have to basically, take advantage of all your leads. And, that's why it's always good to be a transaction engineer. And before I met Eddie, he's my mentor. Before I met him, I was just doing wholesaling and losing a lot of deals. But now just having that extra tool in the toolbox, it just makes the difference.
So how many deals you think you were missing at first before you became a transaction engineer?
Man, a lot, because as soon as they say they want retail, or as soon as I see that the numbers are too tight, or even if they said they had a mortgage, I would kind of shy away for those. I was only looking for free and vacant, or maybe a tax lien. But man, I wasn't even looking at those leads. But once I started going into my old leads, I was trying to pull those out and try to revive them. But I think I could go into anybody's CRM, which is the customer relations management tool, and I could go into any wholesaler CRM and pull out leads that they've missed and get a deal.
Man, it just make life so much better, man. When you be because you can help more people. Not only are you getting blessed, but you can bless more people.
Right.
Because a lot of people that lose their house to foreclosures because ain't nobody there to help them.
Yeah. Exactly. So, Eddie, if I was just, I'm not an investor. If I was just a person I'm tired of renting, I'm tired of, my credit's not where it should be, or my income doesn't show where I need to be, but I want a house for my family. I want us to get out of these apartments, or, I just want something for my own self. So, what would you tell somebody that's maybe they're not an investor, but they're looking to get a property, but they want to bypass the bank and everything? What would the steps you would tell them to help them with that to get a property?
I would tell them to locate your prospect. So locate a motivated seller. And I will hit the list, like I said before, the pre-foreclosure, which means people are a couple of months behind on payments, almost in foreclosure status. Also, probate situations. Somebody passed. Hey, you think they care if somebody take over the property? They did. They gone. they out of here. So that's a good one too. Probate, and you can look at all this stuff, guys, on your county website. It's free. Go on your county website. Go to legal section. Put in probate or pre-foreclosures. If you're doing pre-foreclosure, make sure you check the date. Make sure it's not an old lead that already have foreclosed.
Right.
So you locate your prospect, guys. Then after that, you got to reach out to them, market to them. You need to know what to say. So you need to make sure you have a script. You don't want to just call, hey, can I take your house over subject to? First of all, they're not going to know what subject to is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to explain it to them better. So you got to know what you're talking about. But so once you locate the prospect, you got to go through a couple of no's to get to the yes. You got to be resilient. So just because you get a couple of no's and you get cussed out a couple of times, you can't just quit, especially if you need a house for your family. So you got to follow up, follow through, keep following up with the leads. And hey, with you being persistent, you'll get what you're looking for.
Right.
And, once you get a motivated seller, then you put them on the contract. Then you get a title search done, see what all kind of liens and judgments on the property. Once you locate, attorney, the attorney will take care of all of that stuff. And then you just close on the deal.
Right. That's good information. I know that I think I saw you post something. When is your next training class?
September 1st.
September 1st. So if somebody's looking to learn more about subject to, because it is a lot to it. It sounds easy the way that we understand it, but it's a lot to it. But it's a great tool to have, so it's worth learning. It's not hard. It's just a lot of more steps that you have to take. So how can they get in touch with you about your class if they want to get into that?
Man, I love subject to, man. Oh my God. I just sold one, guys. I only had this one 2 years. I did a video on that one, but I only had this one 2 years. Man, I kind of didn't want to sell it, but I had to pay my lender off.
Yeah.
And due to the uncertainty of the market, I want my money. They said also at Alpharetta and Roswell going to get hit pretty hard. Their loans, they behind big time when they mortgage payment. So Alpharetta and Alpharetta and Roswell. I'll let you know the other cities. I'm doing a little more research. But dang, what we was on, Kito? Oh, subject to. So
yeah, subject to in your master class.
A quick thing about this subject to. So I just closed this one. I only had it 2 years. Closed on it. I flipped it to open door, which is an iBuyer. Made 50 grand, right? But I really made more than that because the mortgage payment was $1,400, right? The tenant buyer gave me $20,000 down cash, right? Monthly mortgage payment was $1,400. I wanted 40 down on the property. Right. So since the tenant buyer only had 20 grand, I said, well, how much can you pay more towards your down payment, which is non-refundable, just like the down payment, everything fully disclosed. He said I could pay an extra $1,000 towards my down payment a month. Guys, I collected that, and they only stayed in a year. Man, I collected an extra $1,000 a month for 12. Well, they stayed in about 14 months. For 14 months. So that made the 50. So I got that 50 down plus the 20 down, which was 70. plus another 14 grand extra went to Hip Pocket National Bank. So that's
the best bank.
70, 80, shit. That's about 80 grand, man. In 2 years, all one house. That's why I love it, man, because you get paid 3 ways. You get paid for the down payment, which is 20 grand, the monthly payment, which was $1,000 a month. I missed that check too. And then I got paid on the back end when they didn't buy it. They ended up moving out, and I sold it to Open Door and made an extra 50.
What was your cash flow? Was it 1,000 or you had a
My cash flow was about 1,300 a month on it.
Wow.
But I was getting an extra 1,000 on it. My payment was only 1,100.
Man.
So that's why I missed that payment too, man. You don't want to cash out on a lot of them, but I just want, this market is uncertain, guys. I'm building up my cash reserve, so I'm selling a lot on. I got one now. I got a Victor tenant out of, man. That one got 120 in it. I done had this one 5 years. Oh, it's on the market as soon as she out.
So how does that work with the eviction, with the with all the rules right now during COVID? Is it still 60 days for you, or is it different since you're doing the lease option on it?
They lift the moratorium. It's lifted.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, showtime, man. I had this tenant. She been riding out a whole year. Well,
Man.
more than that, because she been doing partial payments on and off for about 3 years.
Right.
So that's a part of the beast, part of the game. I could have evicted her. I should have, but I got so many properties, man. I was slipping on that particular one. But now, hey, it's on the chopping block. It's time to go.
So what you're saying is that you get paid 3 times. So if you are coming in as an investor and you get a house the subject to, and what you want to do then is get the house ready for a lease to own or a rent to own. So you ask for a down payment, and then you have your monthly rent that they pay you. And then if they happen to cash out at the end, then you'll get that cash out payment. So that's how you get paid 3 times.
3 times.
And it's, like you say, it's beautiful.
God, boy, I love it. I can't get enough of them.
Right. So if somebody wanted to join your masterclass, what do they need to do that?
Reach out to you. Oh, I got to give you an affiliate link too.
Okay.
In a couple of days, so you can promote it, and we'll talk about that. But I'm gonna give you an affiliate link. You was in the masterclass. What you think about it?
Man, it was great. As soon as I got out of the class, I got my first deal. It didn't take me but like 2 weeks, and I still have that deal. She was late this month on rent. I was kind of hoping she keep being late so I could get her out and get somebody else in there. But but she did me up. So it's all good. But that was my first time having any problems with her. But I'm working on another subject too. And like I told you a few months ago, I'm looking to get a vacation property somewhere in Florida, either looking at Orlando or either Destin, somewhere around there. We could find a good deal and just make that our it'll still be Airbnb, but the times that we're down there, we're occupied or whatever. But man, that's why I love subject too. I don't have to ever worry about my credit. I don't have to worry about any of that. I just go find a motivated seller. That's all I need, and it's on from there.
And you can close the transaction out with an attorney, guys, in less than 30 minutes, probably 20 minutes. It's only a couple of documents they sign. The seller sign over it, guys. Man, it's so beautiful. Guys, to find me, you can follow me on all channels, Mr. Transaction Engineer, on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can visit us at MrTransactionEngineer.com also. Kito, man, I'm telling you, man, I love him, man. I swear to God, man, it's the best thing happened, man. So many people don't know about this strategy.
At all, man. And it's been around forever. Oh, one more thing before we get off here. Tell everybody what's the importance of a trust. Can you explain the trust real quick without going too deep into it? But it has always advised us to buy all our properties in a trust and explain that more for us.
Yes, guys. Never, ever, 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 ever own nothing in your name. Why? Because they said everybody gonna get sued at least one time. So just think, you got all these properties, right? You don't work hard, bust your butt out here, got all these properties, you got a nice portfolio. and all your properties are in your name. Say your son had an accident, God forbid, or your daughter, and they get an attorney to sue you. Now that just say they don't even have any money, right, to even hire an attorney, but that attorney gets your name because they got a system, guys, that they can go in right there in their office and put your name in that system, and it pop up you own all these properties. They're gonna take it for free. And if you get sued, guess what? That attorney can put a lien against each property.
Right.
My cousin right now, guys, got a super deal. He bought a house in 2011 in Swanee, Georgia. Nice part of Georgia, really nice area. He bought the house for I think 350 back in 2010. He had a business failure, something happened, but he got sued for $150,000. Guess what? That lien is against his property right now. And he can't even refinance to pull any money out because that big lien is sitting there on the property and they want to get paid. But if that property was in a land trust, they couldn't have attached it because he don't own anything. Like Rockefeller say, own nothing, control everything. You don't want your name on public record, guys. Take it off. And that's the power of a land trust. Nobody know what you own. It look like you own nothing. So guess what? When an attorney come and try to sue me, they like, damn, this guy don't have nothing. And that's how you want to keep it, man. Anybody try to sue you or anything, guys, you don't own anything. My private residence, everything I buy, guys, all my properties are in land trust. Right. And you can flip, you can wholesale out of land trust also.
Oh, yeah.
So people won't even know what you're wholesaling.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, the land trust is powerful. It was created back in the 1800s or something like that for the wealthy people to hide their assets.
Right, right.
So you got to, really just be on a different level to be aware of a land trust, because it's not something everybody's talking about. Only people with assets know about most. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but the majority of people, especially in real estate, who have properties, most of them put them in land trust. And it's easy, guys. It takes, you can fill out the paperwork in about 10 minutes, create a land trust, boom. And your house is in the trust. Go down and record a warranty deed, do a PT 61 form in Georgia. You just created a trust. We got the land trust documents also on our website.
Right. So if you want to get more information, just visit the website and it'll walk you through the trust too. But yeah, trust is one of the best things you can do besides subject to. Trust. Just keep yourself protected. We had to do that. We had an incident in our family. We had to do the same thing, and it works. So I would advise everybody to do so. Well, man, it was great having you on again, man. Once again, I appreciate you for pouring into my life, giving me a strategy that can help feed my family. And I thank you for coming on today to give others a strategy that they can take right now. They can take this information right now and go put it to action, put it to action. And I tell everybody, if you have some information, just go with it, fall forward. If you need coaching, then reach out to me, reach out to Eddie, and we can, keep you along the way, but just start. So this information is enough for you guys to go out and start now.
Just get started, guys. Because if you never start, guess what? You'll never do it.
Never do it.
Stay away from haters, guys. Do not share your dreams with haters. I don't care what your dreams are, because if you value their opinion, guess what? They're going to shoot it down. And if you value their opinion and they shoot you down, then that flame, that desire you have for that will soon fade away. So keep all your big ideas to yourself, or only with individuals you can share that information with on the same mindset.
Right.
Somebody who's gonna lift you up and push you forward to it. But don't share it with the haters, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that question really quick.
Shoot it down. When I was on the way to my seminar, my uncle, man, he was laughing at me. He was laughing at me. He said, "Man, what you know about some real estate? Man, you're wasting your time." Hey, he told me I was wasting my time, man. When I thought about it, at first he was right. What do I know about real estate? Well, I already knew more than him because I was studying. So I said, well, I know a little more than him. So but then I thought about it, like, man, that guy stay in my my dad's house in the basement, man. He don't know nothing.
You don't know that.
55-year-old bum. Sorry. Hey, then he ended up, doing all the work on my house because him and my dad contractors. So he ended up doing work and painting and all that stuff for him. He swear he don't remember. Oh, you remember?
He got amnesia. He forgot.
Man. So don't let. But good thing, guys, I was strong in my faith and my belief about closing on real estate because I had to go all in. I quit my job, so it wasn't like I could say, well, maybe I'll think about it. Man, I had to go.
Had to get it, man.
I heard of plenty no's. I heard plenty stuff. My first wholesale deal blowed up, man, but I still had to keep going because I ain't had nothing else.
Right, there's no turning back. I left my job with only $4,000 in my savings account. And you know $4,000 don't last long, man.
No, well, that's 1 month of bills, man.
Right, so I had to get it, man. So I wouldn't advise that to most people, but that's the type of person I am. That's the type of person Eddie is. We just have to go get it. So
go, man. Mm-hmm. Gotta go.
Well, I sure appreciate it, man. Hopefully we can do this again. I'll be waiting for that land class also, so just let me know.
Okay, and let's come on again, maybe another week or so we can promote the class.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. We can do that.
And I want to end with a quote, guys. I'm real big on self-help and studying and become better, especially mental, guys, because everything is mental, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. It's all start up here by our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And I'm gonna hit a quote from one of my mentors, Joseph Murphy. He's a real good author, guys. You can look him up, Dr. Joseph Murphy. You can look him up on YouTube. He got some really powerful stuff that'll help motivate you guys. And because it's a lot upstairs, man, we have to reprogram ourselves because we was taught a lot of wrong stuff, unfortunately, by a lot of people we grew up with and our peers and stuff. Yeah. So we taught a lot of bad programming, a lot of wrong programming, a lot of wrong sayings that people say that we done picked up. Right. So we gotta constantly be reprogramming ourselves and working on ourselves every day, man. What the Bible say, be renewed daily. You got to work on ourselves daily, man. Yep. Daily, not just once a month or every time you go to church. You got to renew that mind daily. And that's not just with the Bible information, but with new information. Because the stuff 10 years ago not working now. You got to update yourself, man. It's like a program, like a computer, a 2020 computer. Software can't run on a 2010 or 2008. That stuff old. So you still thinking in the past, man, you got to upgrade your software, baby. Your mental software. But I'm going to finish with this quote by Joseph Murphy. Say, just keep your conscious mind busy with expectation of the best, baby. Your conscious mind, which means your mind right now, keep it busy with expectations of the best. That's it.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it again, Eddie. I appreciate it. And you guys, make sure you click, share it, like it, subscribe. Man, we'll be dropping gems. We give you stuff that you can go out and use right now in your life and change the situation. There's no more excuses nowadays. Go change this information. Your situation. There's too much information out there right now. And we're giving it to you guys. We pay money for all the information and we give it to you on this channel. So take advantage of it.
God bless y'all, man. Keep growing and going.
All right, man. Have a good one, bro.
Okay. Peace.